Welcome to the second part of our session 7. We're talking about relationships. The slide that I have up is talking about thinking about your relationships in general. These are just some promptings for you to think about. You need some? Okay. Okay. No, I'm sorry, honey. Oh. I said Lynn was my able assistant. You're my most able assistant, honey. How do people react to you in general? It's a question to ask yourself. Do people kind of avoid you? Do they actually seem to be pleased to see you, mostly, in general? Do you seem to be able to hold a conversation with people, pretty much? What mood are you in generally? You know, are you sullen and kind of sour, kind of cranky, irritable? Or are you, you know, more affable and pleasant and inviting to be around? And you smile. That kind of thing. How do you greet people or include them in the group? We talked about that last week, that people, you should turn towards the third, fourth person that comes into the group. You widen the circle out and you acknowledge the person that's coming into the group. You have eye contact, you acknowledge them and smile, welcoming them. You don't have to talk to them right away, but acknowledge their presence. You know, that's just such a bummer to be standing there and not even be acknowledged. Are you aware of others around you? This is a big one, I think, sometimes for men. I think it's hard sometimes for them to be aware of what's going on around them. They're very focused many times. And mothers are very much aware of what all's going around them. And people that are brought up on the streets are very street smart, and they are very, very aware of who's around them, what's going on. I know John McKay, Reverend John McKay will talk about how he'd walk down the street and it was like, you know, his head had to be spinning or something because he was so alert and aware of everything that was going on because he saw danger in so many things. Not necessarily for danger, but sometimes we do. But are you aware of others around you? Do you hold grudges and avoid people? What kind of things do you do for people in general? You know, do you serve? Do you help? Do you give a kind phone call? You know, every once in a while, Dee will call and she'll say hello and just want to talk or something like that. You know, that's always very pleasant to have that happen. And what do you do to work at being more Christ-like in relationships? These are some things that in your small groups you could talk about if you'd like. What I would like for you to do, we're going to count out to fours. We're going to have small groups, and you can talk about some of these things, any of them that you wish to talk about. You don't have to talk about it like number one as a group. You individually figure out what it is you'd like to talk about. Or if you'd like to talk about something that you've learned, you know, through these 8 sessions that you're trying to apply and that you would like to apply, that would be a great thing to talk about. But spend some time just visiting with each other and sharing your hearts about what it is with these things or with something else that you would like to share and talk about in the group. Maybe something you have a question about or you'd like to have some more information about. So Ali, would you start with 1? Aaliyah? Bill?
3.
Butch?
4.
No, 4. No, you're 1. Okay, Bonnie's 1, you're 2.
3.
Shirley? 3. G, you're 3. D, you're 4. All right, 1's over here, 2's here, 3's here, 4's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay?